Welcome to the Mindset Unleashed Today podcast. My name is Tommy Gucciardo, and I'm excited to share my insights and experiences with you to help you shift your mindset and improve your life. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be exploring different areas of life, discussing how to make positive changes. Now, I'll be doing this by interviewing guests who can provide additional perspectives and their experiences. I believe that by making a mindset shift, we can all unleash our full potential and create the lives we want to live. I hope you'll join me on this journey. Hi, how you doing, everybody? I want to welcome you back to the Mindset Unleashed Today podcast. I'm your host, Tommy Gucciardo. So I've been really happy. I've been really, excited. Some of the comments and the feedback, over the last couple of weeks with the podcast and on YouTube and Instagram. And I really appreciate your feedback, and I really appreciate you tuning in. So something I've been thinking about to talk about is rock bottom. And, rock bottom is a place where I don't wish anybody has to go to, but, we go there. My rock bottom is totally different than somebody else's rock bottom. But, at the end of the day, I think, the common denominator is, you're feeling overwhelmed, you feel broken, or you feel hopeless, right? And that's rock bottom. But I just want to give you an idea of where my rock bottom was, and maybe you could relate to it, or maybe you could, get something out of it, and maybe not get to that point, right? So my rock bottom was, being locked up again, and it's easy to get locked up, but how do you get to that point of getting locked up, right? And my life was totally out of control, and I didn't see myself being out of control. I thought I was okay. I thought everything was, in control. I have this handled. I'll take care of things. Just give me a little more time and everything is going to work out. And that was just, my insanity or my thinking, which was upside down, that led me to believe that everything was okay. Everything wasn't okay, and as things started to come to a head, I really felt, I had that really sense of overwhelmingness and really sense of broken. And when I hit my rock bottom, mind you, I was in recovery for over a year, and I had to hit my rock bottom clean. It's easy to come into recovery, but it's hard to recover, right? And I say that not to belittle anybody that's coming in, that's been in recovery a bit. The hardest part of recovery is actually doing the work. And, I didn't do the work while I was in recovery for the first year. I was, still acting like I was before I came into recovery. And my rock bottom hit when, it was Christmas Eve, and, I was in trouble and I had some issues going on, and I knew I was going to get arrested, but, I just wanted to see my kids. At that time, I was separated from my ex-wife, and I wanted to see my kids, right? And, I remember this like it was yesterday. And, I tried to go to the house, and I knew I shouldn't have gone there. But, I get out of the car, and the police were there, and they arrested me, right? And, they did everything humanly possible, and I understand the process. They did everything humanly possible, so I didn't, get out for Christmas Eve, and I wasn't able to see my family Christmas Day. And, when I was sitting in that jail cell on Christmas Eve, it really hit home. It really was my rock bottom. Because at that time, I felt so alone. I felt so desperate. I was a broken man, right? And I was sitting there, just saying to myself that I can't live like this anymore. I really, truly can't live like this anymore. And I don't want to live like this anymore. And I had to make a decision at that point. What do I do with my life? Now, for me, luckily, I had recovery. I had a taste of recovery, and I was able, when I was released from jail, and luckily, by the grace of God, I was released from jail on Christmas Day. I was able to see my children on Christmas Day. But my first, visit wasn't to my kids. I made a meeting. I made a Narcotics Anonymous meeting. And, I was able to get my footing down, and I was able to, realize that I had a problem, right? I realized that I truly had a problem, and I had to do something about it. And that's the most important thing. When you hit rock bottom, what do you do when you hit rock bottom? Do you keep on sliding? Do you keep on going further and further? Because it could be worse, Rock bottom could just be a layer. There could be multiple layers of rock bottom. And, I made a decision, right? I said I made a decision to make a Narcotics Anonymous meeting. And I talk about Narcotics Anonymous. I'm not embarrassed to say I'm in Narcotics Anonymous. I'm a proud Narcotics Anonymous member because it saved my life. It's made me who I am today. And, when I realized there was a problem, I was starting being able to work on things, right? And that was a real turning point in my life, because, some of the things that I've learned along the way and some of the things that helped me, that's helped me be a better person and getting from rock bottom to where I am today. And listen, life isn't perfect. Do I have issues every single day? Yes. Do I have a problem here and there? Yes. Are things good? Yes. I mean, that's life, right? So, but today, learning some things to cope after rock bottom has really helped me turn my life around. And the first thing that I've learned is how to feel, right? How to let feelings come in. Like, instead of taking a feeling, because there's good feelings, bad feelings, and how do you react to those feelings is the most important thing, right? With good feelings, you can get a big ego and think you're better than everybody, and that's not a good thing, right? And there's bad feelings, and what do you do from a bad feeling? Do you hide? Do you withdraw? Do you not deal with them? So I had to learn, the first thing I really had to learn is how to take in feelings, right? And how to process that feeling. And once I started doing that, things started getting a little, not easier, but things started getting bearable, right? At first it was hard, right? But, it's a process. And as I kept doing these things, they got better and better. Another thing that I learned along the way is to have faith. And, for me, faith was a really hard thing because that means I had to trust something or someone, right? In Narcotics Anonymous, we trust a higher power. Your higher power might be God, it might be something else, whatever it is, just trust in something, right? Just trust that something's out there that's that could guide you in the right way and help you along your process. And, once I started having faith, then a little bit of hope came in and then trust came in, and I was able to talk about the feelings that I said I had, right? And that's the important thing. I could start trusting in people or groups of people to help me along the way and help me get better, because I don't want to be rock bottom anymore. I didn't like that feeling. I didn't like being that person. When I was a kid, I didn't grow up, saying to myself, oh, I want to be in jail 2 times. I want to be an addict, I wanted to be a baseball player, I wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to be a doctor. An addict or somebody in jail 2 or 3 times was not what I thought I wanted to be when I was a kid, right? So when I hit that rock bottom, man, I really had to take it in and embrace that feeling and hold that feeling and run with that feeling, right? And not let that feeling happen again, And one of the other things that really, 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 and I struggle with this today, is, how to be more compassionate toward me, right? It's okay to be compassionate to somebody else, but I need to love myself. I need to feel good about myself. I need to feel happy about myself, because if I'm not feeling good about myself, or if I'm not feeling happy about myself, it's very, very hard to deal with other people, right? And, that's when those feelings come in, and then you don't know how to react to those feelings, right? So I had to be more compassionate to myself. I had to let myself, I had to understand that I am a good person. And I had to let myself learn to love myself, And that was pretty hard. That was pretty, because I'm my own worst critic. I still am today, but not as much as I used to be. And I'm my own critic in other areas. But, that's just me, but I don't dwell on it. If I do something wrong, I don't, beat myself up anymore. I say, all right, how do I get better, right? So from rock bottom, I've learned a lot of things that helped me in my life today, right? And helped me grow. So that rock bottom, as much as it's crappy and not, a good feeling, it's helped me to be who I am today. It's helped me to grow today. And the last thing that was really important with myself is surrounding myself with the right people. That is really, really, really key. Because if you have people around you that are negative, or people around you that don't want to succeed in life, or people around you who just want to do, crime, drugs, whatever the case may be, those aren't the people you want in your life, right? Because those are the people you're going to be spending time with. So you want to spend time with people that are like-minded, that want to grow their life, that want to get better with themselves, that know that there's a better way to live, right? And once I started incorporating people in my life that loved me and cared about me, and listen, I've had a lot of people along the way that loved and cared about me, but it was in a different sense. And today, I have people that I can go to now, and talk about things and think I'm talking about the most craziest thing, and they said they've done that before, or they've know that feeling, And that's the helpful part about being with people that think like you, that want to be, that want to be better in their life. So there's a lot of, I have a lot of blessings in my life. And, that day when I hit rock bottom, did I have a car? Did I have a house? Did I have a business? Well, I didn't have a business at that time. It was a business that I destroyed. But, do I have a business now? Yes. Do I have a house now? Yes. Do I have a car now? Yes. Do I have family? Yes. Right? So the rock bottom, certain things didn't change, but the most important person that changed was me, right? I'm the most important person that changed. I don't have to feel like that anymore, and I don't have to live like that anymore. I don't have to be that person anymore. And that's the blessing that I have today. So if you're hitting rock bottom, or you feel like, there's nowhere to go, or you feel overwhelmed, or you feel broken or hopeless, just know that I'm here. That I'm here for you. Reach out. My social channels are always on. You can text me. My numbers are probably on every single, social media channel. I mean, I get 1 million phone calls. I'm open to taking your calls. I'm open to listening to you. Know that I'm here. And if you just got something out of this and this helped you feel not hopeless today, then I've done my job, I don't do this for any reason but just to give back. I want people to understand that it's okay to feel certain ways, and it's okay to be who you are, I really, really appreciate you guys. Like I said before in the beginning, I really appreciate the comments and the feedback I've been getting. The only way we can get the message out there as a community is if we like and we subscribe and we share and follow. And like I said, man, I'm here. I'm here for anybody that needs help. Just reach out. Like I said, I hope you got something out of this, and I'll see you next week. Thank you for tuning in.